What's up guys, and welcome to the first video of AJ Motivates. This is similar to AJ Talks, but the difference is that AJ Talks is short and sweet, but in these videos I actually give you a story and tell you about my experiences. For today's video I'm going to tell you about my 2-year bodybuilding journey, because it's been 2 years officially, and I want to explain to you guys what I went through, what I did. I'll use photos, videos, and I'll give you guys advice and my experience along the way. The purpose of these videos is to obviously motivate you guys and to inspire you guys and help you with whatever you do, regardless of whether it's bodybuilding, fitness, sport, work, anything. It's just to inspire and motivate you guys to go and achieve your dreams and work harder. So basically my fitness journey started actually in April 2012. I wouldn't say it was my fitness journey, but it was the first diet that I went on. I was in the worst shape of my life. I was putting on a lot of weight. I was stressed. I was really stressed at the time. What I was stressed about is irrelevant. Just take it from me. I was really stressed. I was putting on a lot of weight. I was around 86 to 90 kilos. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot of weight, but when it's just pure fat, then yeah, it's a lot of weight. I didn't look fat, but you could tell my face was really full. A lot of my fat was on my buttocks, and all my friends and my brothers and whatnot would always tease me about my weight and tell me that I had a butt like J-Lo. So yeah, it motivated me to lose weight, and I didn't attend the gym or anything. I strictly dieted, no working out or nothing. Occasionally I would go for a run and whatnot, but most of it was pretty much dieting. And you'll be shocked to know my diet. I pretty much starved myself. All I did was eat 1 baby chicken a day. I wouldn't touch anything else. And if I did feel hungry and crave something, for example, if someone at home cooked rice or something, I'd eat a spoonful of rice and I would feel guilty. That's how bad it was. I was pretty much borderline anorexic. So yeah, it was pretty tough. But I dieted up until August, right? I got really skinny. Like I looked ill. Every time a friend of mine saw me, they would say, "You look really ill, like, you know, what's going on, what's happening?" But and I did look ill. I genuinely did look ill. But yeah, I told them my diet. I told them, look, I'm eating just a baby chicken a day, and they thought it was amazing how I could just eat a baby chicken a day and survive. Eventually I got used to it. To be honest, I had pretty amazing willpower. When my friends were eating birthday cakes, eating biscuits, crisps, and fried food and whatnot, I was just there eating my salad or eating my baby chicken, you know. But yeah, that's where I got my willpower from. That dieting actually taught me willpower. Even though the diet was ridiculous and I don't condone it, it definitely was a lesson learned. So anyway, around September time I went to university to study my first degree in journalism, and I discovered a gym. I actually joined a gym, and I thought, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this properly. I want to lose more weight. I wanted a six-pack. I was slim, but I had no abs or anything, and I wanted a six-pack. I was doing exactly the same thing as before. I was on an extreme diet, but this time I was eating a bit more. I was going to the gym and I was doing cardio for an hour straight, just running on a treadmill, burning 600 to 700 calories, and I was getting slimmer and slimmer and leaner. And then eventually I started getting into lifting weights. I was going to the gym with my cousin Haroon at this time, around October time, and we started lifting weights, and I started watching videos on YouTube and reading up articles on bodybuilding and stuff, and just learning more and more every day. And then progressively I started lifting weights. It wasn't really a fixed routine. I would go around doing bicep curls, for example, then I would go on a leg press, work my legs, and I saw a lot of results. I saw tone in my arms, I saw tone in my legs, I felt a lot better and I looked a lot better, and genuinely I was actually growing. Maybe I wasn't growing significantly, but I was still growing. And eventually that developed into a bro split, which we call in bodybuilding. On one day I would train legs, on another day I would train chest and tris, biceps and back, etc, right? And the gains just got better. I saw more and more results. I looked a lot better, I felt a lot better, and I thought, okay, I want to take this to the next level. So I started reading up on nutrition, and you know, my nutrition, I sorted it out. I started intaking more protein, I started eating a bit more carbs, and I was still leaning out because I was still in a caloric deficit. But I didn't know what a caloric deficit was, right? I didn't know that I was eating less calories than I'm supposed to maintain my weight. I was just accidentally losing fat. I did want to lose fat, by the way. That was my aim, because I still was doing cardio with the weights, but you know, I didn't really have a plan in terms of nutrition. But yeah, you know, I stepped up in nutrition, started eating more protein, started eating more carbs, looked into supplements, got into supplementation, started taking supplements, and I got abs. That's what I wanted, that's what I set out to get. Finally got abs, now what? What's next? I mean, I look like a Somalian pirate. I think a lot of people remember me to be really skinny and really lean, and it got to the end of December and I started reading up on bulking. I didn't know what bulking was, right? And a lot of people had told me that I needed to bulk, but you know, I didn't know what a bulk was, and I read up about bulking and a caloric surplus and whatnot, and I was afraid to do it. You know, I worked so hard to get lean. This was my initial aim. Like, I didn't care about anything else. I was happy just being lean, being thin, and just, you know, being generally fit. I'd got to where I wanted to be. But as time went on, it got to February, and then you know, I felt like crap. I thought, you know, I still look the same. I've got my abs, I'm still lean, but I'm not growing. Like, I'm staying the same. And I thought I had to do something about it. So I did. I started my bulk. Before I started my bulk, I remember I ordered creatine, and I went straight onto creatine as soon as I started my bulk. So I loaded on creatine as well. This is how I started my bulk. In my cupboard, obviously I was a student, so I lived alone. I had my own like food cupboard and stuff with snacks and whatnot. There was like a whole load of cookies and chocolates which I brought, but I didn't have because obviously I was dieting and I was really conscious about what I ate. And as soon as I started my bulk, literally I downed 2 packets of Maryland cookies. There was a few Cadbury chocolates, I think. I ate all of them. I went and emptied out my fridge, freezer, everything. I ate so much, and I actually did this for a week, and obviously I was training and whatnot too. And my cousin saw me for the first time in a week, like since I actually started my bulk, and he was like, wow, you blew up in a week. And I know why. It was because my body was so glycogen depleted that when I started eating a lot of carbs, I automatically looked bigger, my muscles were pumped, and it just felt good to be complimented like that. It felt good to be noticed in terms of, you know, my gains, that I look a lot bigger, and that I got potential to take this further. And yeah, I carried it on. My bulk was dirty, so simple or plain, I dirty bulked, carried on training, saw amazing results, and I genuinely wanted to carry on bulking. I never wanted to diet, I just wanted to bulk. See, once you start bulking, you just want to carry on bulking, and that's exactly how I felt, right? But it got to a point where I got too fat, like my belly was coming out. I looked like crap, right? And a part of the bodybuilding package is cutting. So it got to August, this was after Ramadan, August of 2013, where I started my first cut, and it wasn't a success. I was on my cut till December, the end of December of that year, December 2013. My cut was a fail. Now I'll tell you why my cut was a fail. My cut was on a ketogenic diet. Now what a ketogenic diet is eating no carbs and just intaking fats and proteins. And I was doing this all wrong. And because of doing this all wrong, it affected me psychologically. I didn't want to go to the gym. I was lazy, I would slack, and you know, I just thought, what's the point in this all? Like, I'm losing my gains, I just can't be bothered. So psychologically, a ketogenic diet really did affect me negatively. But that's not to say that a ketogenic diet is bad, it's just that I actually done it wrong. I wouldn't really recommend it though. I mean, I love my carbs, even on a diet now, like I'm dieting currently, I'm on about 160 grams of carbs, which is still pretty low. But on that ketogenic diet, I was on no carbs at all, maybe about 10 to 20 grams max, and that's it. So yeah, I didn't enjoy it at all. December was the end of that cut. I dieted from August, and then I thought, you know, I've lost so much muscle, I've lost so much strength, so I'm gonna bulk again. So I did. I bulked from the end of December to April, and I made significant gains, but I also put on quite a bit of fat. And that's when this diet started. So that was my last bulk. I've been dieting since April now, and I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm 178 pounds, and I haven't really lost any strength or size. I think I've done well to maintain it. I've dieted properly, I've counted everything, the fats, protein, carbs, everything. So it's been going pretty good. But my advice to you guys is, if you do go on a diet, count everything. Don't try and guesstimate. Some people can get away with guesstimating, but if you're a newbie, you have to count everything. If you don't know how to count your macros and your calories, you need to learn how to count your macros and your calories, because it can be really useful. If you bulk, don't go on a dirty bulk like I did, because if you go on a dirty bulk, you will put on a lot of fat, and it will just mean that you will have to diet for longer. For example, once I finished my last bulk, I actually under-predicted my diet. I thought I would finish my diet by August time, so I started in April and I thought I'd finish in August. It's now November and I'm still dieting, so I wouldn't recommend dirty bulking. I did get amazing results from dirty bulking, but it just means a lot more fat and a lot more dieting, and unless you got the willpower, I wouldn't go down that route. But yeah, I'm in the best shape of my life. My arms are 18 inch arms. Bear in mind, I stopped bulking 7 months ago, so overall, in 1 year, 5 months, I got 18 inch arms, and that was with a combination of cutting and bulking. So if I can do it, you can do it too. And yeah, it's just been an amazing journey, a journey that I want to carry on, and you know, I just want to carry on improving. My next bulk will hopefully start in 3 to 4 weeks, depending on my conditioning, how I look and how I feel. But I know for a fact when I bulk, I will grow, because when I bulk, I become really anabolic. Like, I'm naturally a guy with really high testosterone. But I know when I bulk, I'll be huge. My muscles will be pumped. I'll be anabolic, extremely anabolic, and I just can't wait. I just can't wait to grow certain areas of my body which are lagging, such as my delts. My chest could be a bit better, and no, even my legs could be a bit better. My legs are pretty decent. I don't really upload pictures of them or anything, but just take my word for it, my legs are pretty decent. They're naturally big too. Now, I don't want to get huge or anything. I mean, I do want to get huge, but I don't want to get huge to an extent where I look like Mr. Olympia or one of them guys who struggles to breathe. I know what I want, and what I want is to stay natural and to get big, but not too big. I know the size that I want to be. I don't want to be ugly big. I just want to be big and aesthetic, especially aesthetic. Aesthetic comes first, and then big comes after. As long as I'm aesthetic, that's all that matters to me, and just sculpting myself. That's what it's all about. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of this series and you enjoyed this series, well, the first episode of it anyway, let me know. Drop your comments down below. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to comment and tell your friends and your family about my channel. That's what it's all about. It's about supporting me, and every bit of support helps. I'm almost on 100 subscribers, and I really want to excel to a level where, you know, I have a lot of subscribers like the popular YouTube channels. So that's the aim, that's the plan, and I hope you guys can support me. Remember guys, if it don't make gains, it don't make sense.